Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm Shashidhar CN from shashidharcn.com. Today, we'll talk about Napoleon Hill's masterpiece, Think and Grow Rich, which has influenced and inspired more men and women to achieve their dreams than any other book of its kind, and easily the bestseller book of all time. Now, in this episode 2, a 50 cent lesson in persistence, we explore how a young child influenced and won over a man who was in a position of authority. Do subscribe, like, and share this video. And also check out my blog post, which has more details regarding this topic. Now, we will look at this particular episode or chapter of Think and Grow Rich. You must understand that we discussed about Mr. Darby, who was featured in the earlier episode or in the earlier chapter of Think and Grow Rich. Mr. Darby had been on a vacation to his uncle's farm, and his uncle and he was helping out his uncle, put grains into the hopper and all that. And while they were doing so, a meek young girl who was the child of a colored tenant entered the room, and standing at the doorway she asked, "Sir, my mother sent me to get the 50 cents that you have to pay her." Hearing this, Mr. Darby's uncle, who had a bad temper, told her, "There is no way I'm going to pay this to you. Go home." Basically telling her to get lost. But the girl stood her ground. She didn't budge an inch. She stood there, but she only said, "Yes, sir," and stood there. This uncle of Darby went about doing his job, putting grain into the hopper and all that, and he was oblivious to this girl standing there. After some time, he realized that the girl is still standing there. He got angry and told her, "Didn't I tell you to go? I'm not giving you the money." The girl said, "Yes, sir," but she didn't budge an inch. She stood there. This made the uncle very angry. He dropped the grain of the sack of grain that he was actually putting into the hopper, and came towards the girl. He picked up a barrel stave which was there to throw it at the girl. But before he could do that, the girl stepped forward one step and shouted at the top of her voice, "My mother sent me to get the 50 cents that was due. Do pay me the money immediately." The uncle suddenly stopped short, and then he reached out into his pocket, pulled out those 50 cents, gave to the girl. He was shocked. He was flabbergasted how a small, meek young girl could actually get him to pay this 50 cents and have control over him. Basically, this meek young colored girl had owned a white person. Now, I want to give you the context. This was a time where, even though slavery was abolished in America, it was still deeply embedded in the American psyche. And you must see this in that context. Now, this example of this meek young colored girl owning and controlling a white man who was in a position of authority was something that even Mr. Darby was shocked to see. He had never seen anything like this before. So he was pondering about it. This and this is basically nothing but the power of persistence, never giving up. And coupled with his earlier example of uh, losing money, losing riches by giving up too soon in the earlier episode of 3 Feet Away from Gold, which you will see when you go back to my video channel. So, these two examples provided a huge learning to Mr. Darby, and he went on to become one of the top insurance salesmen in America. And he says that he actually was motivated and more motivated to sell the policy and not take no when the client first said that he or she was not interested in an insurance policy. He said his actual work started after they said no, which is what he derives from this example of this meek colored girl. Now, Hill makes a suggestion that when riches begin to come, they come so quickly in such great abundance that one wonders where they have been hiding during all those lean years. Getting riches, getting money is easy if you follow the principles and the philosophy that is embedded in this book. It's simple, it's easy. All we have to do is believe it in such a way that it is the truth and it will happen. Now, Mr. Hill also talks about success consciousness versus failure consciousness. In the later chapters of this book, he does talk about this, and we will cover those in the episodes when we come to those relevant chapters. So the habit of thinking about success, the success consciousness, and making it an intrinsic part of ourselves is one of the key factors for success, and helps us to get over all the negative thoughts, the failure consciousness. That is and when we start thinking about success consciousness, it becomes something that is ingrained and it manifests itself. This seems a bit too heavy and loaded, I understand that, but this is something we will cover in the later chapters, and you will understand why this is the bestseller of a book that it is in reality. No hype here. And then Mr. Hill talks about how we have the habit of measuring everything as per our self-belief. And he talks about the student from China who came to America, and when he was in the university, he was asked how are the American people. He said that they have slanted eyes. Basically, it's because of his self-belief and because of the filters that he had put over himself. And then Mr. Hill talks about Henry Ford and the V8 engine. We must go back in time to understand that building or creating an engine on a 8-valve engine and casting it in a single block of material or metal was impossible, and it was not something that had been done before. But Mr. Ford was persistent. He asked his engineers to do it. They tried their best, nothing happened. He went back to them after a year. They said, "We are trying our best, it has not happened." Ford asked them to go on. Okay, he said that he wanted that 8-valve engine. The engineers persisted, lot of trial and error, tribulations, and lo and behold, finally they had the 8-valve engine in one single block. Okay, so this is something that shows the power of persistence, and later on we know that this is one of the reasons why Mr. Ford became so successful, and one of the prime examples of the power of persistence and the principles laid out in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And finally, we have in this episode the instance of Jennings Randolph, who was a student and listened to Mr. Hill's inspiring lecture enunciating the principles enshrined in the book Think and Grow Rich. He was so inspired that he imbibed those principles and was so inspired and could make a huge career out of it, and he became a congressman, represented his state in the Congress, and finally he wrote to Mr. Hill saying, "This is what happened. I was a student. I heard your lecture. I was so inspired. I used those principles, and today I am a congressman representing my state, and I owe it to this book, Think and Grow Rich." He then went on to ask Mr. Hill to take his example in the book, and also requested for a signed copy of the book Think and Grow Rich. This, and there are so many examples of people who have succeeded by adopting the principles enshrined in this bestseller of a book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm sure you will also benefit by using this book. Do stay subscribed and like, share this video and comment, and let's have an enriching conversation on this topic because it helps all entrepreneurs. Stay tuned to further episodes as we reveal more about the power of perseverance coupled with other principles mentioned in this book, Think and Grow Rich. And finally, I invite you to a free masterclass with my friend and mentor Vic Strisius on how to build a dream business online in 30 days and earn up to $1,000 per month. If this sounds interesting, click on the link below to watch this life-changing masterclass now. Click on the link below to know more. Thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.